I never thought I'd be the guy telling this story. I used to believe I had a solid marriage. You know, the kind people admire, the kind that makes you feel like you actually figured life out. But the truth, I was just living in an illusion. It all came crashing down one ordinary Tuesday night. I came home from work, exhausted, ready for dinner and maybe a movie with my wife. Instead, she was sitting on the couch, arms crossed, face cold. I could tell something was wrong. I asked, "What's going on?" She looked me dead in the eyes and said, "I don't believe in monogamy anymore. I have 3 boyfriends." The words didn't even register at first. I thought she was joking. Who says something like that so bluntly? But then she smirked, almost like she was proud of it. My chest felt like it caved in. 3 boyfriends, not one mistake, not one night of weakness. 3 separate relationships, while she was still married to me. I asked her why. And she spat back, "Because I was tired of pretending. Monogamy is outdated. I want to live my truth." I remember just standing there, numb. Every memory of our wedding day, every anniversary, every promise, shattered in an instant, and all I said was, "Okay." Not because I was fine with it, but because I couldn't trust myself to say anything else. I knew if I opened my mouth, my pain would come out like a flood, and I didn't want to give her the satisfaction of seeing me broken. That night, I barely slept. I kept replaying everything in my head. The times she stayed out, late with friends, the sudden new wardrobe, the phone she always kept face down. The signs were all there. I just didn't want to believe them. The next morning, I got up before her, packed a bag, and left for work early. But instead of heading into the office, I drove to a lawyer's office. I knew one thing. If she didn't believe in monogamy anymore, then she didn't believe in our marriage either. For weeks, I played it cool. At home, I acted almost indifferent. I didn't fight, I didn't yell, I didn't beg. She thought I had accepted her new lifestyle. She would even brag about these guys, comparing how adventurous they were compared to me. It hurt like hell, but I kept quiet. What she didn't know was that I was carefully gathering every piece of evidence I needed. Text messages, receipts, photos. My lawyer told me the more proof I had, the faster this would end in court. Then came the day of the reveal. One evening, she sat me down and, with this condescending tone, said, "I think it's time we talk about opening the marriage officially. You can go find someone too, and we'll both be happy." I just looked at her and smiled. Then I slid a thick envelope across the table. She opened it, and her face went pale. Inside were the divorce papers, along with printed screenshots of all her conversations, her photos, and the legal notice that I was seeking sole ownership of the house, since it was in my name before the marriage. She tried to laugh it off at first, saying I was being dramatic. But when she realized I wasn't bluffing, her smile dropped. She said, "Wait, you're serious? You're really going to throw this away over some boyfriends?" I looked her in the eyes and said, "No. You already threw it away. I'm just cleaning up the mess." She broke down, crying, begging me to reconsider. Suddenly, monogamy didn't sound so outdated anymore. But I had already made up my mind. The divorce was finalized quicker than I thought. She moved in with one of those boyfriends, and last I heard, even that didn't last long. The others dumped her too once they realized she wasn't some exciting fantasy but just a woman running from commitment. As for me, the first few months were brutal. I felt like a failure, like everything I believed in about love was a lie. But slowly, I started to rebuild myself. I focused on my career, on my health, on reconnecting with friends I had neglected, while pouring everything into a marriage that didn't deserve me. And here's the truth I learned. Sometimes the most powerful word you can say in the face of betrayal is, "Okay." Not because you accept it, but because it's the beginning of letting go. It's the calm before you take your power back. If you're listening to this, and you've ever been betrayed, I want you to remember this. You don't have to fight to keep someone who doesn't value you. You don't have to scream or beg, or prove your worth. You just have to stand up, walk away, and let them drown in the chaos they created. Because at the end of the day, loyalty is not outdated, respect is not outdated, and the right person, the one who truly loves you, will never make you question either. That's my story.